Hello, everyone. This lecture is for the week 15 of game theory course. Uh, we are required to have classes on the 15th week. I don't know, maybe the government or the school or whatever. I was told that I should have week 15. On the other hand, it is so cruel that I teach something in week 15 and ask you to solve it in final exam or assignment. Therefore, the 15th week would be something that is never going to be in the exam, something new. And actually, even though it's not going to be in the exam, I want to tell you something fruitful, useful in your life. So, kind of recent areas of game theory and economics. Okay, and that is what I said here, the matching. Basically, based on uh, Nobel Prize winner Alvin Roth. He wrote a book which name is Matching. It's translated in Korean. I think it's a wonderful book, probably best economics book ever. So I really want to read it if you have time. But if not, maybe you can get what matching is throughout this class, the week 15. The first word I want to mention is mechanism design. Mechanism design is, I think matching is part of mechanism design. Until now, in economics, principles of economics, microeconomics, macroeconomics, whatever, basically, what you have learned is analyzing the phenomenon. Okay, so it's like the economics is what is happening out there, and like how should we interpret that? And but we never said, oh, let's just change the economy and things like that. That is what we mean by engineering part. So for the long time, probably 200 years after Adam Smith, all economists trying to understand and analyze what is happening in human society. However, for the last maybe 30 years, some economists begin to try, okay, it's not enough to just understand the economy. Sometimes we looked at it, we found something wrong, but then we said, oh, there's nothing we can do. We are so sorry. We understand the situation, but then it's not efficient. It's not fair. So some economists say, okay, let's change it. We engineer some new economic system so that the result would be different. So it's like some people just analyze the river, how the water flow and things like that. That is what economics do. So, okay, because river flow that way, this way, you should be careful. We should cross it when we row a boat like this. But then engineering part is, okay, so let's build a bridge kind of thing. So kind of human beings change the economic phenomenon, which is economy. Okay? Actually, even though I said the engineering mechanism design is relatively new, however, market system itself, it happened a long time ago, I don't know, maybe thousands and thousands of years ago, itself is a mechanism design. Overcoming the double coincidence, especially the invention of money. So, invention of money, whenever it happened, like 2000 years ago, whatever, that was very important example of mechanism design. You know double coincidence? Double coincidence is Professor Han, has a fish. I'm a fisherman and I'm very successful. But then I eat the fish all the time. But one day I said, oh, today I feel like I want to eat beef. So, but I do not have any cows around. I cannot get beef by myself. So I found out my friend who is a hunter or the cattle grower, okay, and ask him, oh, you have so many cows and I have so many fish, so I'm gonna give you like 5 fish. So can you give me a little bit of beef for dinner? If your friends who's a hunter said, oh, I happen to have a cow and I'll give it to you, so give me fish, that would be very happy situation. That is not double coincidence. That is double coincidence. We call that double coincidence because why is it double? I have a fish, I want beef, and I'm lucky enough, coincidentally, find out somebody who has beef who want fish. But is there a guarantee that when I want to have a beef for my fish, the person who has extra beef happen to like fish? Maybe the hunter says, yeah, I can give you beef. However, I don't like fish. It's smelly. Instead, I want to have a bread. But then you do not have a bread. Then, even though you want to have a beef, you cannot have that beef. The only possibility you can have is you find out somebody who has bread and willing to change that bread with your fish. So now you have a bread and you give it to the beef man give you beef kind of thing. So now you need another person, but then that person coincidentally should have bread and want to have fish tonight. So everything depends on by chance, coincidence, and then this means there's no guarantee you can get beef tonight. What money do is, it doesn't matter. You just go out and sell your fish to someone. Okay, you don't have to ask, oh, do you want to have bread? Do you want to have beef? Do you want to have some jewelry? Do you want to have some wood? You don't have to ask. Clothes? Just somebody want to have your fish, and that person gives you the money. You receive the money, and then you give the money to the person who has beef, and you receive the beef. Now you don't have to have double coincidence to make trade in this case, because money, everybody want to change money with whatever they have. So you don't have to ask, oh, do you have beef and do you want fish? You just ask, oh, do you have beef? Okay, I'll pay you money, kind of thing. So money makes the market much more efficient. So those things are the example of mechanism designs. Okay, so money is invented. That helped the trade a lot. Good example of mechanism design. What is matching? Okay, we have a market system. Okay, in market system, what is happening is I have a bottle of orange juice, and then Tom asked me, oh, can I have the bottle of orange juice you have? I said, okay, but you have to pay me $2. And when I'm willing to give it to Tom, the Bob next, who was happened to pass by, said, oh, I'm willing to pay $3. Oh, sorry, Tom. Bob is willing to pay $3, and you only pay me $2, so I have to give this orange juice to Bob. If Tom does not raise the price, the orange juice will go to Bob. So in market system, the product would be sold to the person who's willing to pay the highest price. Okay? That is market system. Just everything goes to the person who pays the highest price. What about the position, student position at Harvard University? Okay. Tom says, "Oh, I'm willing to pay, let me say, $50,000 every year for Harvard." Then Bob says, "Come on, 50,000. I'm willing to pay $500,000 every year." What would Harvard do? If it's a normal market, Harvard said, "Oh, we have only one student position left. And Tom, you just say 50,000. Sorry, Bob says 500,000, 10 times more than you are willing to pay. So, Bob, congratulations, you became the student of Harvard." Is that true? No. I mean, the fact that you are rich and you are willing to pay enormous amount of money does never guarantee you a position, student position at Harvard. Instead of asking the price, money, Harvard says, "How good you were at the high school. Tom, how good was your score?" And Tom said, "Oh, I was the top of the school and I represent the school many times. I'm great in mathematics and I won a prize in mathematical Olympiad and things like that. But I don't have money." Bob, "Oh, my father is so rich, but I didn't study very hard. My score is very low. I'm not good at math. I'm not good at English and things like that." Then the Harvard said, "Bob, you said you're willing to pay a lot of money, but even though we are tempted that you are willing to pay so much money, but we want a smart person. So you are not for the Harvard. We are going to change the relatively poor Tom instead of you because Tom is smarter than you." So in some cases, people buy and sell or match. The school, university matches the student when not based on the price and money, but based on smartness, personality, appearance, and things like that. What about marriage? I mean, do you when you find out your husband and wife, are you asking like how much money are you going to pay me if I marry you, kind of thing? No, like you are more relying on how charmed you are, how attractive the lady, how attractive the gentleman is, and things like that. So that is what like marriage matching kind of thing. So when you find out a job, the company wants someone who is able and smart enough working for the company. The job candidate also want to have a better job. Okay. So sometimes you go to company A, said, "Oh, we are going to pay you huge amount of salary from the start." But then you said, "Oh, but your company do not have the future." Instead, even though it's a small salary right now, I want to go to company B and learn new things that would be helping my future, kind of thing. So when you find a job, first job, when you get married, when you choose a student or university, that is the typical case of matching because you do not only look at, solely rely on the money. Okay? Actually, this gives us something. When we say, "Oh, orange juice, how much do you pay? $2, $3? But, like, is orange juice, every orange juice, same thing to you? If they are different, you would have a different, some oranges are sour, some oranges are sweet. But some people like sweet orange juice, some people like the sour flavor. So, like, different people like different things. That's what we call matching. Okay? So, in old days, when you want to purchase a wheat grain, okay, wheat or rice, people sometimes eat rice and it's so delicious, sometimes it's not tasteful. So they look at the farmer, they visit the farm and talk to the farmer, and farmer A is very hardworking. He's making great effort and his rice is so good. Farmer B, he's not working very hard. He just produce and his rice is not good. He doesn't do research anything, doesn't want to improve anything kind of thing. So in old days, the person who consume rice in person visit the farmer and make a personal contract, you know. So it was not really a market. You just find out the proper farmer who grow rice that fits your flavor kind of thing. However, at some point, people think, oh, it's so time consuming that the person in Chicago, New York, and LA go to travel like 2, 3 days all the way to the rural area and find out the farmer and things like that. So they have a system. There is an expert, not the consumer, an expert whose job is visiting all these farmers. And furthermore, if the farmers produce wheat and rice, it comes to the expert. The expert look at that and say, this is a good rice, this is a bad rice, this is a triple A wheat, double A wheat, and kind of thing. Like, you know, the beef, it's a triple A beef, or it's a double A beef, grade B kind of thing. So, even though I'm living in Seoul, I never meet the farmer who is growing the rice I'm eating every day. However, on the supermarket, it says, oh, it's grade A rice. And I believe it. That's why even though I do not know the farmer, even though I never tasted the rice at that moment, but I believe the quality. So they standardize the quality. This first level quality, second level, third level kind of thing. So when the quality in the market, the quality should be equal and believable. Okay? So that is unification of weight and measure. Okay? For example, Ethiopia is not a very advanced, economically advanced country. However, when the Ethiopians want to export their coffee, the famous coffee bean, they are so accurate. Okay, even though your friend says, "Oh, my coffee bean is second grade, but can you I pay you money, make it first grade?" The Ethiopians say, "No, no, no, no. You are my friend. However, if I begin to do that, that would ruin the whole Ethiopian coffee beans." So they have a blind test. So when Ethiopian expert taste the coffee, they are so accurate, not interfered with like bribery or something. They give a correct first grade Ethiopian coffee bean, second grade coffee bean, and things like that. That's why at the Starbucks we believe that, oh, this is a first grade Ethiopian coffee bean, and we test it, and usually we said, oh yeah, this tastes good. Okay. In China, 2000 some years ago, there's Emperor Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China. And even though he was very good at fighting, another thing people praise for him is at the time, because the China was divided into many countries, and he unified the China for the first time. Every country different unit for the weights and measures. How long it is, how short it is, how heavy it is, kind of thing. So some people say, oh, this is 1 kilogram of rice. In area A, it's only half kilogram. In area B, it's maybe 2 kilograms and things like that. So Qin Shi Huang unified the measures. So wherever you go in China, 1 kilogram would be same all over, and 1 meter would be same all over China, kind of thing. That helps a lot. That would help to make the market. Otherwise, even though some people say, "Oh, I'll send you money. Please send me 1 kilogram rice." Sometimes you get huge amount of rice. Sometimes you just, "Oh my God, what is this?" Almost nothing. But then because they unified the weights and measures, whenever you say, "Please deliver me 1 kilogram," you get the same thing all the time. Okay, so this standardization is very important. But once again, why do we still need matching? Can you standardize husband and wife? Can you marry a woman? Can you marry a man? And somebody said, "Oh, this is your first grade man. You don't have to meet him, just get married. But you have to pay high price. This is your first grade lady. The second, you don't have money for that. The second, don't do that. I mean, you have to date her, meet him, and talk to him, and for a long time, 1 year, 2 year, only then you can get married to him or her." So something that cannot be standardized. The high school student cannot be standardized. The university cannot be standardized. Some high school students in America want to go to MIT. Some wants to go to Stanford, kind of thing. Okay, and some Harvard wants student A more than B. Yale wants student B more than A. So there is a fit. I mean, you cannot say one is better than the other. One fits better for me than the other, but then I admit for other person, it can be opposite. So in that case, it's not like the first grade, the second grade, you have to find out the fitable, proper person for you, kind of thing. Okay? I don't know, maybe I made this explanation more difficult, but that is matching, and that is why we need a system other than the market system, because things cannot be standardized. Kidney transplant. Okay, that is good example. I mean, if I donate my kidney, can my wife, my father and mother, can they get it? No. I mean, even though we are relatives, my father and mother, there's no guarantee they can get my kidney. On the other hand, it's not fitable to them. Like you do the blood test and everything, and it should fit. There are different types of kidneys, and then if it does not fit, and when your kidney got broken, you need transplant another kidney. But then if you got the wrong one, you will die, or there's some serious side effect. Therefore, in order to get the kidney transplant, you have to find out the exact same type of kidney that you have. So finding out the proper, suitable kidney is the most important thing. Okay? So that is very good example of matching. Like kidney should fit. So thing is, my mom is sick. As a son, I'm willing to give because I have 2 kidneys, I'm willing to give my 1 kidney to my mom. But unfortunately, mom's kidney type and my kidney type does not fit. But then my friends, Kate, Kate has a father, and father has a kidney problem too. But then unfortunately, Kate kidney type does not fit Kate father's kidney type. But then I found out my kidney fits Kate father's kidney, and Kate's kidney fits my mom's kidney. What should we do? We can exchange. I said "Oh, Kate, I will give my kidney to your father, so you give your kidney to my mom, because it seems that your kidney fits my mother's type and my kidney fits your father's type." Good. That's how people do the transplant. But in this case, there are many complicated things. If I say, oh, Kate, you give the kidney first to my mom, then tomorrow I'll give it to my your father. Would Kate said, oh, sure. Probably Kate said, no, 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 no. Professor Han, you should give your kidney to my father today. Then tomorrow I will certainly give my kidney to your mom. It never works because Kate cannot trust me. I cannot trust Kate. If I give my kidney to Kate's father today, overnight, Kate can change her mind and say like, I'm sorry, but and very thankful that you give your kidney, Professor Han, to my father, but I changed my mind. I don't think I'm gonna give my kidney to your mom. We cannot punish Kate because it's like voluntary donation. If the volunteers change their mind, it's over. We cannot punish Kate. Same thing. So Kate would never give her kidney first. So this kind of operation should happen at the same time. So we need 4 operation rooms. 1 room for me, 1 room for Kate, 1 room for Kate's father, 1 room for my mother. Because at the same time, the doctor should take Kate's kidney, my kidney. So we need at least 4 doctors too. And then Kate's kidney goes to my mom's operation room, my kidney go to Kate's father's operation room. Another thing is, if we are lucky, we go to the same hospital, but I'm in the hospital of LA and Kate is in the hospital of San Francisco. What would happen? The doctors of San Francisco and UCLA, the LA, Los Angeles says, oh, Professor Han, you are my patient. Your mother is my patient. I would never allow your mom to go to San Francisco because we are the doctors who tried so hard. And Kate's father's doctor said, oh, I will never let you go to LA because you are my patient. I took care of you so long, but then all of a sudden you go to LA and some LA unknown doctor do that, we cannot allow. So it's so complicated. You need 4 operation rooms, 4 doctors, but then 2 in San Francisco, 2 in LA. How should it be happening? The doctors in LA take my kidney, the doctors in San Francisco take Kate's kidney. They take the airplane, the kidney goes to LA, and my kidney goes to San Francisco and operated kind of thing. So people do not trust each other. So this thing has a very complicated process. That is why in human history, the biggest kidney transplant happened for 3 pairs, 6 operation rooms and things like that. We can think about more ideally, but logistically in reality that's not possible. Okay, we are going to talk more about that after a break. See you soon.